One of the most undertrained muscles in the body are the glutes. The glutes are a prime mover and they're used in all different movements. When the glute muscles are weak, we start to compensate. The hamstring muscles and the lower back muscles compensate and become really tight and they can become painful. If you suffer from lower back pain, chances are your glute muscles are weak. And what that does is it's going to put a lot of pressure on your lower back and lead to this chronic pain cycle. So one of the most important things you can do if you suffer from chronic lower back pain is to strengthen your glutes. One of the best exercises to strengthen your glutes is called the hip thrust. The problem with a hip thrust exercise is you need special equipment at the gym in order to do this. One product came out to solve this problem. It's called the Booty Sprout. The Booty Sprout is a portable hip thrust piece of equipment. It can be used to do a hip thrust or a rear elevated split squat. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Booty Sprout, and then I'm going to show you how to perform a hip thrust using the Booty Sprout. All right, this is what the Booty Sprout looks like. It's a foldable, lightweight piece of equipment. What it has is we have a wooden platform, and then there's a foam pad up here that you're going to put your back onto, and it comes with 3 different resistant bands. You have a 45-pound, a 90-pound, and a 135-pound resistance. It also comes with this nice pad that you can wrap around the resistance band to protect your stomach when you're doing the hip thrust. So what we're going to do, let's demonstrate what the hip thrust looks like. I'll explain the exercise and then I'll explain how you use the Booty Sprout. To perform a hip thrust exercise, what you're going to do is you're going to put your feet about shoulder width apart. And then what we want to do is we want to put our mid-back right up on top of this pad. So you want the pad to kind of sit right between your shoulder blades. So what she's going to do, using her glutes, she's going to drive her hips up in the air. Perfect. And we want her shoulder, her hip, and her knee to be in a straight line. So she's going to come up, hold for 2 seconds, and then relax. And push up, great. And again, big key is shoulders, hips, and knees in a nice straight line. Now you can do this without the resistance, and this is a good way to start as you develop the glute strength. And you want to do 3 sets of 10 using this exercise. The keys are you don't want to push off with your elbows, and again, you want that pad kind of right in between the shoulder blades or up just a touch. So what's great about the Booty Sprout is typically when people are trying to load this exercise, they will use a barbell and they'll put weights on that and they'll have to use that for resistance. Well, what's nice is this comes with these resistance bands and you can use those to help provide your resistance. And they're much easier, you need less equipment and you don't need the weights or the barbell. And this is going to be a much more comfortable type of resistance for most people. So what you're going to do to add resistance to the Booty Sprout is you're going to clip in the carabiner on the one side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the strap across your stomach and then you're going to put the pad underneath before you clip onto the other side. Now what Renee's going to do is she's going to fold the pad over. Perfect. And she wants to put this pad kind of right at her hip bones. That's where you want it to sit and that's going to make it more comfortable and help take pressure off. Okay, so now we're going to get into that same position we did before. So feet shoulder width apart and then she's going to put that pad right between the shoulder blades and then push up. And hold for 2 seconds and relax and then push up. And again, still you want to make sure the hip, the shoulder, and the knees are in a nice straight line. This will help prevent you from overarching in your low back and it'll help just to focus the stress on the glutes. So again, you want to work up to doing 3 sets of 10 repetitions using this exercise. And as you develop more and more strength, you can add on the different resistance bands to make it more difficult. But again, start off just using it without any bands, then work your way up to the 45-pound, 90, and then 135. One additional exercise you can perform using the Booty Sprout is a rear elevated split squat. This is a great single leg exercise to also help develop your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. I don't know if this was actually intended with this device, but it's a great exercise and it's one of the main 2 exercises I recommend patients do for not only hip strength, but also stability. So I'm going to demonstrate how you use the Booty Sprout to perform a rear elevated split squat. To perform a rear elevated split squat, what we're going to do is we're going to put our left foot right in front of the wooden portion, and then she's going to bring her right leg up and put it on the pad. Now what she's going to do is she's going to squat down, keeping her back nice and straight, and go down so she's right above the ground. Sometimes I'll also have a patient put a pad underneath and that gives them a reference of how deep to go. And then she's going to squat down. And what you should be feeling is a good contraction in your glutes, but also your quad and your hamstring. Good, and you can relax. What you'd want to do is you want to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions on each leg. And once you get strong enough with that exercise, then you want to add in weight. And I like to hold kettlebells or dumbbells and you work up to doing 10, 15, 35 pounds and going up from there. It's a great way to help strengthen the muscles in your quads, hamstrings, and glutes. So if you're looking for a great piece of equipment to help strengthen your glutes and your lower legs, I would recommend the Booty Sprout. If you have any questions, reach out to me at 703-912-7822, or you can schedule online at novacarwellness.com.